Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is another episode of Great Parenting and today we're going to talk about rewards and consequences. So there are really three major parts to a reward and consequence system. Number one is what is expected. Your child should always know what's expected of them. As for me, I do keep a communications board posted where everyone can see. And then there's daily duties that my children are responsible for and chores that my children are responsible for. In addition to that, I do have a set of house rules that they are familiar with. So I went ahead and laminated some house rules just so they know the basic things to expect when at home and other places. So let's recap. In order for my children to know what is expected, I provide rules for the house, duties that they are to complete every day for themselves, and chores for them to complete around the house. Next, children need to have consequences. So this probably varies among every house, but I'm just going to tell you how consequences go at my house. First, I like to take electronics. It's so easy and effective. It's like you take the phone and they melt. So taking electronics, confiscating electronics are very effective for me. So it is my first phase of consequence. The next thing after that would be to write the rules. So whatever rule you do break, of course, if you did something you had no business, there's a rule on it. And then you have to write that rule 25 times. If you pout or talk back because you have to write, then I add 25 more times. So it just depends on like your level of reaction. If you're disrespectful when I have you write a rule, then you've broken another rule and you then have to write that rule 25 times. So usually if I take the electronics and it's still something that hasn't resolved the issue, they'll have to write rules. Rules usually nip everything in the bud. Nobody wants to write rules. I've had one of my children write a rule 400 times before just because we constantly went back and forth. But you know what? By the time he wrote it 400 times, he really calmed down and it was a different situation. After writing rules, or if we get to a point where writing rules does not work, isolation would be next. So I just isolate that child away from everybody else, take some time to calm down and think about what happened. When you're calm or I feel that your energy has changed, then you can come out with everybody else. So I rarely have to resort to the belt, which is like my last layer of consequences. But sometimes we get there. Next, rewards. I know that we think when our children do what they're supposed to do that, hey, you're just doing what you're supposed to do. But in reality, children do need to be rewarded for good behavior to motivate them to continue to have good behavior. So for my older children, I do try to do an allowance. And this just means you get anywhere from 25 to 50 cents a chore per day so that, by the end of the week, you can have somewhere between $10 and $20. So I do like to incorporate allowance for my older children because it keeps them out of my pockets when they want to do their own thing. Another thing I do is a sticker chart. So we have family meetings once a week. We touch base on different things. Sometimes it's stuff about the channel. Sometimes it's stuff that I noticed in school, or it just gives everybody a chance to voice how they're feeling, or if they want to swap chores with somebody, or if something is uncomfortable, or if something is great. And in that time, we take our sticker charts and everything you've earned during the week. So if you did your chore correctly, you might get a sticker, or if you did something polite for one of your siblings, you might get a sticker, or if you helped a sibling, you might get a sticker. You still have an opportunity to earn for doing nice things, having great teamwork, being respectful, and other things across the board. You do receive stickers for that. Once your sticker chart is full, then you're allowed to spin the wheel. Now the wheel is my third layer of rewards. On the wheel, during the family meeting, we usually pick things that will go on the wheel and then they phase out. Like if they pick one prize too many times or they spin one prize too many times, I'll phase it out. But basically, for every A on your report card, you get to spin the wheel. When you fill your sticker board, you get to spin the wheel. If you win Kid of the Week, you get to spin the wheel, and you just win Kid of the Week by accumulating the most points on your chore scoreboard. So those are just some of the rewards from my household. Of course, you can mix and match as you like to do what works for you and see what works for your kids. Now, if you don't have a system for your own household, or you would like to mirror any part of my system, I do have printouts that are laminated available in my Etsy shop. You can personalize them if you like, or make any changes that you would like, and I will laminate and send them to you just to help on your journey. I will put a link in the description for the wheel that I brought for my kids to spin, as well as the dry erase board. Now, the magnets for the chores I did make myself, but I'll put some cool ones down in the description box as well. Now, I do want to say, take your time with this. And my system has changed so many different times, just trying to figure out what works for what child and what is effective for me. So don't feel like when you put a system into place that all your problems as a parent will go away, because they will not. The biggest thing is to follow through and make sure that you're keeping up with the system and you're updating things as necessary to know that your kids have everything that they need and everybody's adjusting to the system. You have to give it time to kind of settle in, And something that I just want to leave you with from parent to parent: when kids understand what is expected and parents follow through to provide a routine, you accomplish self-discipline as a unit, okay? So stay hopeful. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more great parenting episodes. And parents, remember, you're great too. You just have to believe it. See you guys next time.